Welcome back to my converting an existing traditional bed into a no dig. So this is what I've done. So this is stage 2. So I've cleared it all. As you see, I put in my new compost device. Yeah, so that's ready to when it's ready to fill up with compost. So what I'm going to do next? What am I going to do? Well, firstly, when I took them out, this is so full of weeds and these really interesting tubery growth with a lot of tubers. So what I've done is actually compressed it a bit. I've walked over it because I'm going to put a layer of concrete on. I'll definitely stop them. I'm going to put a layer of cardboard on and then fill it up with new soil, compost and farm manure. So I've just walked on it. I haven't pushed it down hard, just walked on it. So I've got pretty much everything off. As you see, there's a few little bits here. So I'll pull these out. These things these are incredible. Yeah. And I've got to get some weight on it. The other thing I'm going to do is, because it's kind of gives me the opportunity, I'm going to redesign it. So I'm going to raise it up a board, hit this bit, as you see, that board there, follow it all the way to the back. So I'm going to take a chance to redesign the bed. So I'm going to raise it up a board so it's a deeper bed. I'm also going to make this area, as I say, a pathway for easy access, because I've been struggling to access this bed as well because I've been walking over them. So I'm going to make this I'm going to lose a foot at the back end here, so I've got an easy access bit, and I'm going to make easy access down the middle. So I'm going to do putting some wood, putting some structures. Before I do that, I will cover it all in cardboard, so that whatever I do with the wood, I know there's a layer already helping suppress the weeds below. Okay, I'll give you an update later. Hi, let me talk a little bit about cardboard. So this is the cardboard that we're going to use the base for the old bed, layer of cardboard, compost, farm manure on top. The idea is the cardboard sort of rots away in 10 to 12 weeks, so the theory goes. I'm using standard packaging from stuff that's delivered regularly to us. The point I like to make about the cardboard is you actually have to do a little bit of preparation. So what it basically is try to get it into cut it down so it's in the boxes are in sheets. But the key is to get rid of all of the sellotape, the labels, the packaging, etc., so that the cardboard hasn't got any on. And the reason for this is quite straightforward and very, very logical. When the cardboard decomposes, the cardboard will disappear to nothing, but it will leave all of this in your bed. So all I'm doing is taking the sellotape off, the stuff that won't decompose, so it doesn't mess my bed up. And as you see here, some bits are really challenging to do, so I don't go over the top with these. I get as much off as I can, but just try to get as much off as you can, and then remove all the other pieces. And then what I'm left with is the cardboard that I will use as the basis of the bed. Very happy about that. Talk to you in another call. Hi, and welcome back to this conversion of a traditional bed to a no-dig. As you see, put the cardboard down, try to get it tight as I can into the edges. We know that's where the weeds are really going to work their way up. I've pinned it. I'll take those up as I lay the compost in a little mow, and I've tried to get as close as I can to the lovely underground composter that I'm trying on this bed. Great, I'll update you in the next video. Hi, and welcome back. So what I've done is just edged out the bed. Okay, so as mentioned, what I want to do is bring some additional height into it so that the bed's a lot deeper. And as you see, I have done that. But what I wanted to point out is the quality. Okay, look, there's gaps. There's things are warped, wood's warped. Yeah, we've got little bits are higher than lower. Gaps are right down to the bottom. Is that a problem, you say? Oh, and my word, if it was the dining room table and chairs I was making, absolutely. But look, this one's got gaps and I get beautiful beans. So actually all the bed edge is doing is acting as a barrier, can stopping the soil at the start going up over the top and spreading. So it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't need to be perfect. The plants you grow in it won't want it or need it to be perfect. If you've got challenges once you establish them, as you see, something like that, beautiful hanging basket, amazing sunflowers, that's what takes the eye, not the craftsmanship at the edge of the bed. So I'm not overstressed or worried about this. This is absolutely fine. Soil will be able to come up here. Yes, there's a gap, but soil will sit and it's fine. Does not matter at all. Okay, raise the height now. Next step is to put 2 internal beds and a walkway, so to get me to my composter, underground composter, and to give me access to this bed and the bed next to it. Okay, see you on the next one. Hi, okay, welcome back, and I'm going to show you the next stage of this conversion, this bed conversion from a traditional bed to a no-dig. So let me show you what I've done. So as you see, I've now built the 2 beds, so these will have the vegetables or flowers in. I've got a walkway down the middle to give me good access, so this is a real improvement from the last bed, and I've got access at the back so I can get into this bed. I've taken that little fella out because I suddenly realised I haven't actually got a lot of space to play with here, so it's going to be more awkward filling that up regularly. So what I'm going to do as I convert the rest of these beds, once these beauties have grown and harvested, I will put it over there-ish, and that will cover this big expanse of bed and hopefully improve the quality of the soil there. So happy with this. Got the increased the height, which were the factors, improved access, and now I'm going to start filling it. So the 2 beds with the flowers and the veg are going to have start off with a good strong layer of horse manure, and then after the horse manure I'll lay on the top of compost. Down the middle, the walkways, I'm going to put in my bark, my wood chip bark. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, okay, let's give you a quick update on how the conversion is going. This is what we have. So I've now put in the wood chip. So as you can see, what I've been talking about, really good access all the way around the bed, which is key. So that's an improvement on the last one. You know, the well, it was a traditional bed where it's all full, and we've got the 2 growing areas which are now full of wonderful horse manure. So all I have to do is top those up with compost, which I'll do in a minute, and then water them, compost them if they sink a little bit, and I should be ready to grow something on this in about a week.